Hey, just woke up. It's 5:15 in the morning. I usually despise morning flights, but this was the only direct flight that I could take to Utah, so it's really convenience over convenience. But basically, I'd rather save a bit of money and take less time in the air than having the privilege of waking up earlier today. So I'll pack up the rest of my stuff, just like little things that I'll shove in my backpack and be on my way. Let's do it.
Morning routine.
For my morning routine, I brush my teeth.
Alright, I'm all ready to go. I'm all packed up, brushed my teeth, and yeah, about 5:30, which is when I want to leave. Cluffs live literally like 10 minutes from the airport. I'm really noticing some of these little things that are just tiny little blessings that I've noticed since the challenge of the trip. I'm really grateful for that, and I'll see you guys at the airport. Hi, buddy. I miss sleeping with you. That was all beautifully timed. 6 o'clock, start boarding in about half an hour. Just breeze through security, ain't no problems. Walking to my gate right now. Changed, I'm in a completely different terminal now, but that's okay. Should be good. Hopefully, don't have to turn around on this flight. Obviously, really soon. Just got off the plane. That flight felt pretty long, longer than usual, probably just because of how tired I was. But I'm gonna meet up with my grandpa and go back to my grandparents' house. This might be the nastiest toilet I've ever seen. Guess my grandpa's gonna be a bit late. I don't know if it's because I hate waking up early, but everyone thinks I was landing at 9 p.m. for some reason. So I'll just have to wait an extra 20 minutes. So I'm gonna get some of the best ice cream that I've ever chowed down on in my life. It's right here in the airport. Honeycomb ice cream, I kid you not, is the best flavor of ice cream that I've ever had. Stopping at the Maverick for breakfast. Call me crazy, but there's just something about Mav, man, that I like. I've even been to the Buc-ee's now, but can't top the Maverick in my eyes. Got myself a chorizo burrito. Oh yeah. Alrighty, well, back at my grandparents' house after a quick breakfast stop. I am tired. I have not had a lot of sleep at all over this entire weekend. Even last night, I went to bed probably later than I should, and I just personally don't do well with early mornings anyways. So I'm exhausted. I'm gonna take a quick nap and then head over to a mystery appointment. Alright, I'm awake. That was an absolutely beautiful nap. It's time to go to our little mystery appointment. We have arrived at our mystery appointment, and I am sad to say that it is time to say goodbye to my luscious locks. Haircut reveal in 3, 2, 1. Whoa! It's all gone. I decided to wait to show you guys until after I put product in it because it looks kind of nasty without it. But I think it looks good. It's about time that I needed to cut it off anyways. I grow it out long, then I cut it real short. That process just continues over and over and over and over again. Anyway, so that's all now. I think we'll get some lunch soon. Oh, my grandpa said I get to test drive his Tesla, so that'll be interesting. He said the drive a lot different from a normal car, and I'm gonna test around the neighborhood and see. I'm excited.
Basically, what makes driving a Tesla really weird is that you use the big screen console in the middle to change gears, and instead of using the brake pedal to slow down, if you take your foot off the gas, that acts as your brake. Of course, we had to test out the self-driving, and you could really go anywhere without touching the wheel. Their self-driving is a lot more sophisticated than I thought, especially on the freeway. And of course, we had to go to the Maverick, an absolutely essential stop.
Alright, we finished our movie, The Naked Gun. It was absolutely hilarious. Great movie. It's really funny watching it with my grandpa because his laugh is really goofy. So every time there was a funny part, he started laughing, I started laughing. It was just a good time. So we gotta leave. Gonna go to my Aunt Shayla's house and celebrate one final dinner with my cousin Aiden before he goes on his mission to Vegas. So let's go. Well, if I ever need an oil change down here, that place has got me hooked. That's the right kind of advertising right there. Playing quick blush with the cousins. I guess I gotta hold back a bit. We're back at my grandma and grandpa's house. Dinner was great. Had a fun time with my cousins, goofing around with them. Pillow fights, which I absolutely destroyed in. Some Jackbox. Delicious dinner. You know it's gonna be good food when you have your Peruvian aunt and her Peruvian mom who doesn't speak any English cooking food. That's some good stuff right there. But it's crazy. I mean, trip's over. Gonna pack up this messy room and then drive on back to Provo. And I don't have the privilege of driving a self-driving car, so I'm gonna have to actually pay attention to the road. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this is it. Final parts of my vlog. Got an hour drive to Provo, and then that's it. Trip over. Christmas over, back to school. Been hanging with a lot of old geezers this weekend, so it'll be nice to be back with my young college people. Alright, how we doing, folks? I'm on I-15 driving back to Provo, and I feel like we kind of need to do a final little segment to finish off this vlog. I'd like to start by kind of giving 3 little tidbits that I learned and that have really helped me on this trip. Number 1 is to be adaptable. If I weren't able to adapt to the circumstances of this trip, it would have frankly sucked a heck of a lot more than it did. You know, obviously it sucks that I couldn't go to Puerto Rico, but I was still able to adapt and overcome this challenge and make something out of this trip despite the flaw. Second would be to not take things too seriously. If I were too hyper-focused on what was happening and I started panicking and really just started freaking out in the airport, not knowing what to do, then again, like, I would have gotten nowhere. I reached out to family to see what suggestions they had. That ended up with me connecting with the Cluffs and giving me a place to stay. I went to the temple, which was, of course, an excellent experience for me. And overall, I just didn't let the stresses of what was happening get to me to the point where I was incapacitated to take real action. My third little tip would honestly be to keep God when you have challenges like this. Keep Him in your life and in your thoughts. I can't tell you how many times I said little prayers here and there, asking that this trip would turn out good, but it ended up did. I felt comforted. Again, like, I went to the temple, which honestly could have been a prompting from the Spirit that I followed, and even though, I did end up staying with the Cluffs, I was offered places to stay by temple workers, and they were really generous with me. And overall, being in the temple just kind of helped ground me, clear my head, and focus on a work that was greater than me, to bring me back to what I needed to focus on ahead. Keeping God in my head during this trip was probably one of the greatest things that I could have done for myself. You know, not everything's gonna go your way, but I think it's really important to just stay true to yourself. Try not to panic, you know. If you panic too much, you're not gonna get anywhere. Make sure to rely on the right resources that will inevitably help you. So again, my family was amazing, the temple was amazing, and I put myself into those circumstances to where I was able to get the help that I needed to make something out of this trip. Overall, you know, just have fun. Life is supposed to be fun. If you're stressing out too much, you're getting worried, or you get angry over the little things, you just gotta have a positive outlook. And if you don't, then life is gonna be a heck of a lot harder on you. So anyways, those are my 3 little tidbits from this trip. Probably still have about 40 minutes in this drive, so keep on going, listening to my music. Then I'll say one final goodbye once I get back to Heritage Halls.
Hey everyone, VoiceOver Canon here for the final time. Thanks so much for following me along my journey. I hope you guys enjoyed watching these vlogs and kind of knowing what was going on throughout my travels. Just remember, life is short. I mean, a space Thanos could be out there collecting Infinity Stones and could snap me out of existence tomorrow. So stop worrying, get on out there, and just have some fun.